Check out how we're booking Zoom calls for web design from Facebook. In fact, this works with more than just Facebook. This works with LinkedIn or anywhere where you're messaging somebody, even text messages, works over email. It takes a little bit longer over email because you have to wait longer for the replies. I'm Lee Blue. I'm the founder of DoubleStack, where I personally mentor some of today's top earning web designers. And one of the things that I've noticed, especially when somebody first gets started with cold outreach, is you reach out to somebody and if they don't want the lead magnet, it feels like they don't want anything. It feels like that's just a no and you have to move on. And so I want to walk you step by step through a conversation that one of the double stackers was having. I mean, I took out the names, but other than taking out the names, it's word for a conversation that was going on Facebook, where it sounds like I'm getting no, I don't want that, no, I don't want that, but it ends up in a booked call. The lead magnet that we're using in this example is a Google review app. It's like a little mobile app where a local business owner can send a Google review link to their customer, just like a click on their phone. Next week, I'm going to post a video that shows you another lead magnet. It's like this little $10 website that you can build in WordPress that is pulling $5,000 leads. It's, I think, probably the easiest lead magnet I've ever set up, but it's also one of the most effective because it's so easy to use for the client. So don't forget to subscribe for that. It's kind of in the same vein about getting reviews and everything. But the interesting thing about this conversation is we offer the Google review app. The client says, I don't really want the Google review app, but 4 or 5 messages later, they're scheduling a booked Zoom call. So let's take a look at how that works. So I put this conversation into some slides so we can click through it real quick. So the first thing that we'll do is we go into Google and look through Google Maps, find a business that has good reviews, but they haven't gotten a review in a while. So I sorted these reviews by newest, and the newest one was a year ago. So even though they have 25-star reviews, they haven't gotten a review in a year. So then I'll send a message like this. I'm certain you'd get more 5-star reviews if you just asked. I built an app so you can send review links from your phone in one click. Happy to give local businesses a free copy. And then we get the reply. I think we have a couple avenues for requesting reviews right now. Not sure if an app is necessary for the small amount we have to ask for. And so it's tempting to think, well, they don't want my app. This is a bad lead. They're saying no, and then just sort of move on. But look at how the rest of the conversation actually goes. So instead of taking that as a no, I don't need the app, I'll respond with something like this. If you're not already fully booked and can take on more clients right now, let me know. I specialize in helping local businesses attract more clients from within easy driving distance of your location. It would be fun to help. So I'm not offering to build their website or do any services. I'm just saying, hey, I can help you get leads, especially for local businesses. That's kind of the thing I specialize in. And then we get this response. We could use more clients. What kind of services do you offer? And this is another huge trap for a lot of people where it's tempting to say all the services, like that we do web design and SEO and all these things, and maybe even put pricing on the services as if the client is somehow going to say, oh yeah, I wish I had that service. But instead of jumping on the services and trying to like pounce on the sale so fast, try a response like this. We work with everything from optimizing your Google business profile so you show up for a wider audience. So we start with like the basic like introductory thing that we do with Google business profiles, which is why we were mentioning the reviews in the first place. But the emphasis is on to show up for a wider audience. So that's kind of like entry-level service all the way to helping you convert more of your online leads into clients. So we go everything from discovery to client conversion in the context of local businesses. And then I ask this question, are you doing any online marketing right now? If so, how's it going for you? So do you see how I didn't really answer like individual like line item services? I just kind of gave a general sense of the type of services that we're offering because I'm not trying to sell anything to anybody until I know what the problem is. Because it's such a major trap, especially when you're just getting started, to try to pounce on the sale and prescribe something before you really know what you're trying to solve. And so there's this huge shift between like moving away from selling and moving into solving, which is such a mindset shift that works so well. So anyway, so that happened. And then the response comes back, which is, we're already working with the company to optimize our Google business profile. And so it sounds like they're saying no again, because we just said we work with optimizing your Google business profile to all these other stuff to convert leads into clients. And it sounds like, oh no, we're already doing the profile. And then it says, I'm not a great marketer. What can you provide regarding marketing? And what are your rates? So again, it sort of sounds like it's the person's asking for a price quote or at least an itemized list of services. But she also said, I'm not a great marketer. So in my next message, this feels like strike two, right? We're already working with someone. And this is really common. It's common to say, we already have a web designer. We already have someone doing social media. We already have somebody messaging or doing the Google business profile stuff. But regardless, there's still things that we can do to help. So I commented on the fact that she said that marketing was a weak point in her overall plan for growing her business. So I said, well, marketing can be tricky. Have you been trying something that isn't working as well as you'd like, or do you just feel stuck overall? And so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the person to talk about the problem that they're having. And I'm not going to offer any solutions until I know what the problem is, because why would anybody spend money on a solution that's not solving the problem that they're having? And I think that's just such a beginner mistake to just pounce on the sale, trying to prescribe a solution to a problem that hasn't really even been established yet. And so we get the response, pretty much stuck overall. And that's really helpful to know, because this means like if I tried to like solve a specific problem, then I almost would have been certain to solve the wrong problem, because this problem is I'm stuck and I don't really even know what to do at all. So that's such an eye-opening thing to realize how important it is to extract the problem before you try to offer a solution. So then book the call. So here's the pitch for that. Well, I'm kind of stuck overall. So I said, oh, that's okay. A lot of people feel that way. Let me look over your Google business profile and your website this afternoon so I can get a sense of what's going on. So I'm going to do a little bit of work up front, right? So I'm telling the person, I'm going to do a little bit of stuff up front, kind of prepare. Then let's hop on Zoom for a quick call so you can give me the details of what's working and what's not. By the end of the call, you'll know exactly what to tackle next to get the biggest impact. Would it be too soon if we schedule a call for tomorrow at 2 p.m.? So do you see the pattern here, which is I'm telling the person it's okay, it's fine that you feel stuck and you're not into marketing, you do other stuff. I'm the marketing person. So it's, tons of people feel that way. And then I'll say, I'm going to do some work up front. I'm going to look at your profile. We'll look at your website. And then we're going to come up with the game plan. So the call itself is of value, because by the end of the call, they're going to know exactly what to do next and what's going to have the biggest impact for them. You see what I mean? So like, I'm not trying to sell a SEO audit or like list a bunch of problems with the website and it's only valuable if they hire me to fix the problems. The reason they want the call is because at the end of the call, they'll know exactly what to tackle next to get the biggest impact. And then I'll say, would it be too soon if we scheduled a call for tomorrow at 2 p.m.? And this is, do you recognize this like the no-oriented question that Chris Voss teaches about? So I actually agree that after reading Chris Voss's book about, Never Split the Difference, that these no-oriented questions work so well. So we just kind of throw a no-oriented question at the end, and she's like, yeah, that works. So now you're booking all these calls. Next week, I'm dropping a new video showing a brand new lead magnet that we've created. It's this little $10 website that you can build in WordPress in less than 5 minutes, and it's booking $5,000 and up web design leads. It's kind of like the Google review app in that it helps your clients get more reviews, but you don't have to build the app. It's totally awesome. Subscribe so you don't miss that. But now that you're getting the calls, what are you supposed to offer? Well, check out this next video over here. Local businesses are loving these new web design packages. So check out this video. I'll show you what services we're offering, how we're pricing everything. All the details are right there. I'll see you in just a minute.